Hi, I'm DeJesus, author of numerous books to help equip you in your healing and freedom journey. I'm so passionate and I love teaching people about how to live in mental, emotional, and relationship health. And speaking of mental health, I want to announce to you a new book project that I'm very excited about because it deals with a very specific area that many people struggle with. It has to do with obsessions and compulsions. This book project is called The OCD Healing Journey, getting to the heart of our obsessive and compulsive struggles. You see, when it comes to the materials that I produce, and this includes the books that I write, they all flow out of my own personal journey, what I have learned, what I have benefited from, and what I have found has helped other people experience healing and freedom. This book project gets into a subject that is very near and dear to my heart. It hits very close to home because it's a struggle and battle that I've wrestled through and had to walk through a journey with. In fact, it caused a lot of anxiety, confusion, absolute torment, and unrelenting thoughts that I didn't know if I was ever going to get free from. This battleground is called OCD. For so long I battled with it and I didn't even know what it was. Imagine wrestling with something in your thoughts and your minds and going through a deep battleground, but not even knowing what it is. Well, that was the case for me for a while. If you battle with obsessions and compulsions, otherwise known as OCD, then you are not alone. I know firsthand what this battle can bring about and how challenging it can be for someone. I know what it's like to be neck deep in this struggle. But I allowed myself to take this battleground and turn it into a learning experience to get to the heart of what keeps the OCD cycle going and how we can heal and overcome. I allowed myself to embrace a journey to learn and quite often relearn what it means to live a more healed and free life. In this process, I was able to learn some very valuable insights and perspectives that have dramatically helped my journey. And I believe what I've learned can be a real help and blessing to your life as well. It does seem that obsessions and compulsions are happening everywhere, but we need to understand them to be able to identify how they operate. You see, when we typically think of obsessions and compulsions, we usually think about cleanliness and order. Now, that's certainly a part of OCD, but it just scratches the surface on what obsessions and compulsions do in our lives. Obsessions are intrusive, unwanted thoughts. They often seem to come out of nowhere. But whatever the subject matter is, they create a disturbance, a mental and emotional disturbance within us. They often repeat, they seem very strong, and they create feelings of anxiety and guilt, a sense of conflict within us, even confusion. And these thoughts swirl within us, and they can hit a variety of issues. There's endless subjects of this, but they can involve contamination, they can involve health, it can involve harm to yourself, harm to someone else. The idea of getting a disease, a sexually related thought or imagination. There's a whole category of religious OCD or scrupulosity, which involves the whole arena of how we practice our faith. It can involve salvation, or did I commit the unpardonable sin, or certain scriptures that just keep us in mental loops of spirals where we never are able to seem to land. It can have a relationship form of OCD, be it a romantic relationship, or we can even be obsessive-compulsive in how we relate to people, how we relate to our thoughts. We can fall into guilt confession patterns. As you can see, there's an endless array of subjects that obsessions can involve, and it causes a lot of mental spinning. Then there's compulsions. And what compulsions do is these are the things that we do in our mind and our actions to alleviate the disturbance within or to neutralize these feelings that are going on, this rumbling disturbance. These are actions that take place either in here or outwardly that we do to try to make ourselves feel better about these troubling thoughts. And so the list of compulsions is endless too. We can fix, ruminate, check, look for reassurance, pray, argue back, research, confess, clean, introspect. We can practice rituals. We can overtalk, overshare. There's a lot of avoidance, chasing. We're following a forceful urge. It's this pressure to get this burden off of our shoulders. The problem is that when an obsession happens and we become compulsive, this keeps repeating and it creates a loop where it grows the issue and the subject. What I want to do is I want to help those who are struggling realize that the problem is not the problem. The subject you're struggling over is not the issue. It's actually how you relate to your thought world that needs help and needs restructuring. And this involves how you relate to God, how you relate to yourself, and how you relate to the world around you. And many people find that as they keep chasing the obsessions and compulsions and they keep trying to go after these subjects, they keep growing, they get stronger and stronger. And what I want to do is I want to walk with you as a brother from another mother. And I want to encourage you to get to the heart of this battleground. We're so used to chasing symptoms, to chasing all these subjects that disturb us. We need to get to the heart because underneath these OCD patterns are distortions. I want to help you understand these distortions so you can begin working through them. And I also want to help you get to the heart of how you relate to your thought world. Because I found in my journey, I needed a renovation of how I related to my thought world to really help me to not only work through obsessive compulsive patterns, but walk in greater healing and freedom regarding my thought life in general. So I bring to you my personal experience in the trenches. I also bring to you my years of pastoral experience, ministry experience, teaching experience, one-on-one experience, and helping people to walk a greater healed and free journey. I bring all that to you to be a brother to you, to support what God is doing in your life. You see, OCD doesn't have to have the final answer on your life and journey, but it's going to take some teaching. It's going to take some support. It's going to take some help. And I want to be an encouragement to your life and your process. So I invite you to take a step and join me on the OCD healing journey, that you'll be able to take many things that I have learned and many things that I've been able to gain and understand and let it be a blessing to your life and to your journey and to help you to learn to heal and overcome. You see, I find healing and freedom is a journey. And the same is true with working through OCD. This is a journey and this is a process. If you'll embrace a journey mindset and start taking one step in front of the other, you can learn a whole lot. And I want to encourage you to let your heart embrace what's available for you today. So take that step. Get your copy of the OCD healing journey and let's get to the heart of our obsessions and compulsions and walk in greater freedom today.